Okay, real quick, I want to talk about the difference between looking rich versus being rich. Okay, huge difference, because one thing you will find is that when you're struggling financially, you will spend most of your time and energy trying to look rich. Whereas once you actually start to get rich, you will spend more of your time looking less rich, if that makes sense. Because, I mean, and I say this because I've been on both sides of the pendulum, right? I've been on both sides of the fence. And when I was broke and I didn't have a whole lot going on, didn't have a whole lot of money in my bank account, didn't have two 20s to rub together in my pockets, I spent a lot of my time and energy trying to look rich, spending all my paycheck on the right watch. I remember I bought this $500 Gucci watch at one point, and bought this cool necklace, these $200 what were they? They were Massimos. They were really cool, actually. I wish I could find those again. They were some cool shades, but they're like $225 for sunglasses, and always had the latest fashions. I remember back in the day, you guys are my age. We used to have these pants called Z Cavariccis. You guys remember that, or am I the only one? But I used to buy these pants. I used to have them at Macy's. They weren't cheap, but I used to wear Z Cavariccis, and always had to have a nice button-up shirt, usually a Calvin Klein or Guess, or just something nice, right? Something that I really couldn't afford. I mean, those aren't even really high end. I wasn't buying Armani suits or anything like that. That was way out of my price range. But I tried to buy the nicest looking clothes I could, and they were never really cheap. Once I got older and I actually started to make real money, I stopped doing that, right? I mean, yes, when I got my corporate job, I did splurge a bit. I bought that top-down Mercedes just because nobody in my family ever owned a Benz. So I was I wanted to be the first, right? So I bought that. However, I noticed at that time, outside of cars, because I'm a gearhead, so that's something I'm always going to buy. That's something that I've always been passionate about, is engineering and motoring and cars. Outside of my car habit, I was not out there buying designer clothes or anything else that I could easily afford at that point. I remember I already had my corporate job. I was making over six figures, making really good money, had my Benz, and had this hot young girlfriend. I remember her making fun of me in the beginning because she was like, "Are you really buying jeans from Walmart?" And because I brought her with me to Walmart once, and for me, it's weird because it's once you get over the fact that you have money, it's almost like you lose the need to impress people at that point. It's just when you don't have money, you feel this need to impress people. But once you actually have the money, you don't have that need anymore. It's weird how that happens. But once I started making that kind of money at my corporate job, my girlfriend at the time kind of made fun of me because we went to Walmart. I brought her to Walmart. We were initially buying some appliance or something, and then I moseyed over to the men's section, and I saw some jeans, and I was like, "Oh, those look cool," and I put them on. They fit me pretty well, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to buy a couple pair of these." And she's like, "You're literally buying jeans at Walmart." And I was like, "I guess I am," right? Something I would never have done before. And she actually liked that. She actually was pretty impressed by that. She was like, "Wow, I thought you were going to be some corporate douchebag." She was like, "You're actually really cool." I go, "As long as they fit well and they look nice on me, I don't care if it's from Walmart or anywhere else. I don't care." Right? So even back then, I noticed my mindset started to shift. Even though I like a Benz, but that was a car that I wanted. My mindset started to shift. I didn't even want a flashy watch or anything. Now I have a nice watch, right? But I didn't want a flashy watch or anything like that, or I didn't need the necklace or the the $200 shades. I remember too, not long after I bought my pants at that Walmart, we were at a gas station, right, on our way to LA, and I saw some gas station sunglasses that looked pretty cool on me, right? They fit my face because I have kind of a small face. I'm very selective about sunglasses. So anyway, we're at this rest stop. I think it was a Pilot or something, or a Love's, and I tried on these sunglasses. I was like, "Wow, these look cool." They were $10, and she was like, "Now you're buying gas station sunglasses," which she thought was, pretty funny, because she was like, "Wow, you could easily go to Macy's, or you could go to Sunglass Hut." And I'm like, I don't want to spend $200 on glasses. I lose these things all the time, which is true. I lost those Massimo sunglasses, by the way. I don't remember where I left those, but I was totally heartbroken when I lost those. You only lose your expensive pair of sunglasses. You never lose the cheap ones. So those stay with you forever. And I believe I still have those gas station sunglasses, right? But it was like $10, right? It's just like you just stop caring at some point what people will think, right? You realize that it really doesn't matter, you know. Now this doesn't mean that, you know, especially if you're single and you're young, you really do want to impress your girl, or, you know, if you're still out there trying to date, you probably want to get the best car you can, right? And you want to look like you're financially stable, you're financially, you know, on your path. So I get that, right? I get that. If I went back to my 20s, I would probably do the same thing, right? Just because, you know, you're in your 20s and that's what you do. Once you actually start making real money, you realize that, okay, it's not that big a deal. I mean, even now, it's like I could afford nice suits. I don't buy them. I mean, there's so many like nicer brands I could be wearing, and I don't buy them. I buy what I like, right? And some of it is really cheap, and some of it's not, right? My watch wasn't cheap, but I liked the watch. I liked the way it looked on me, and I was like, okay. And I liked the way it fit on my hand, and I liked the way it fit. And so I'm like, I'll buy the watch, even though it was a lot more than what I wanted to spend. Same thing with these boots that I have. When I was like doing pickup and taking student, I still wear them from time to time, right? I have like these $1,500 leather boots with silver flames. And that was kind of hard to find, right? And it was like, okay, I can't find these any cheaper anywhere else. I guess I have to dish out the big dollars for this. And I did, because I liked it, right? But also at the same sense, I have no problem if I saw a shirt at Walmart, even today, right? Even today, and I think I just bought it like a shirt at Walmart. It was like $8, no problem, right? And I also bought a shirt at Target. Actually, while I was out here with my girl, it was this shirt that I wanted to wear in one of my bids. Shirt was like $7. Like, cool, done, right? Because it fits well, looks good. I'm like, okay, I don't care about the brand. You start to care less about you know, just all of the trivial things that you think will impress people, you know. And really, if you think back on it, it really impresses the wrong people, right? But like I said, in your 20s, it does work, right? I'm not gonna lie. In your 20s, you got a nice watch and you're leasing some car you can't afford. That will look pretty impressive to chicks who are your age, right? Because they're like, what is this guy doing? He's so successful. I'm not gonna lie, that does work, and it continues to work, but it has to be real when you get older, right? You have to be able to actually afford that car and not just fake stunt, as they call it, right? Is that what they call it? Fake stunning? Not front, right? You have to actually be able to afford that car. And I did a coaching video here on my channel called "If You Can't Buy It Twice, You Can't Afford It," right? Even the time I bought my DeLorean a couple years before, or 3 years before, 4 years before that, when my business was just starting to get traction, I remember a DeLorean came up that I wanted. It was a lot cheaper than what I ended up paying for mine, because the values of DeLoreans are really just skyrocketing. So at that time, my business was just starting to gain traction, and that would have been all the money that I saved. And so I let it go, and I was like, at some point, I'm going to buy this car, right? Hopefully at the point where I could buy it twice. It took several more years before I found another one exactly what I wanted, with low miles and everything. But by that time, I had more than double, like, you know, 10, 20 times that amount to buy like several DeLoreans. But at that point, another car popped up that was similar, and I'm like, I'm buying it, right? Again, I mean, I could have easily bought a Ferrari, right? If I really want to flex, I could have bought the Ferrari. I could have bought the Lambo first, and then just paraded it around my YouTube channel. But I didn't. I was like, I want the DeLorean, right? This is harder to find. I could find Lambo, you know, those are everywhere, right? You just have to have the money to pay for it. That's fine. But it's harder to find like these more like classic cars, especially because I'm very specific about what I want, because I'm not only just buying the car for me and enjoyment, but I'm also buying it as an investment. So I'm looking at for certain color schemes, and obviously for those type of cars, manual transmission, never buy an automatic. They're not going to go up in value nearly as fast as a manual. There's specific things I look for. Obviously, one owner, low mileage, and my car had like 10K miles from 1981, which is insane, right? 40 years. It even had the original tires on it when I first bought that car. It becomes less about impressing people and more about just doing what you want to do and being more true to yourself and more genuine and more authentic. Because if I was in my 20s, I would not have bought that DeLorean first. I would have bought the Lambo. I would have bought the Ferrari, and I would have paraded around my channel, right? Because that's what you do in your 20s, right? You're kind of a show off, and that's okay, right? But inevitably, hopefully, you get over that and you get to the point where you are actually making the kind of money that you told all these girls you were making in your 20s, and you're actually successful. Because once you get to that point, you won't care about these things. Yeah, sure, you're still going to want a nice car. Sure, you're going to still want clothes that make you look good. But, I mean, it doesn't have to be Gucci or Armani or any of that. It'll just be like, whatever looks good on me, I'm down with. It won't be like such a focus in your life to try to impress people. Instead, it'll just be more about like, this is what I like to do, right? And, if people take it the wrong way, so what, right? So what? It's not so much about them, it's about me. Make sense? So, yeah, big difference between looking rich versus actually being rich. Because whenever you see somebody flaunting and flexing a little too much, that should raise some red flags. They're probably not making the money that they're projecting themselves to make. And you could blame Hollywood, you could blame advertising for this. There's a lot of things that brainwash people into thinking otherwise. I mean, I even had some haters, like mostly female, right, try to hate on me or go to my IG like, broke, there's no way. And it's like, dude, just look at any YouTuber who's like, has a couple of 100,000 subscribers. They're doing well just on the ad revenue alone. And clearly, I mean, I have like programs, boot camps, and other businesses now. So, yeah, it's always funny to me when like one of these chicks gets on and she's like, you would be wearing like designer clothes if you're rich. You would be doing this. And it's like, okay, that's what Hollywood brainwashes you to think. But all the people who are doing that, wearing those designer clothes and all this, those are the people who are the most broke. It's usually the guy walking down the street in a t-shirt and shorts and like maybe even a hole in his shoes. That is the millionaire, and you would never expect it, right? You would never expect it. And actually, the shorts that I sleep in sometimes actually do have a hole in them, and my girl makes fun of me. She's like, let me buy you some new shorts. This is getting ridiculous. This hole's getting bigger and bigger. And I'm like, no, I love these shorts. They're comfortable, right? They're comfortable. I don't care if they have a hole in them. Again, if I was in my 20s, would I be wearing shorts with holes in them? No, because I don't want people to think I'm broke. I don't want people to think I'm poor. But like I said, once you get to the level where you do have money, you will care. You could care less. You don't care, right? Because really, I mean, you know what you're worth at that point, and you just laugh at people that that are trying so hard to impress other people. As always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video, looking rich versus being rich. If you've been guilty of that in your 20s, we all have. But drop your comments below. Feel free to share with the tribe. Always love to read your comments. Always love to see you guys my comments. So drop those comments below. So until next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out here from top of Vegas. Have an excellent view as always. And I always love to share it with you guys. So here we are. Hope you're enjoying it as well. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my channel. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, so please make sure you're subscribed as well. That way you'll get my videos fresh as I upload them, and you won't have to dig and search through YouTube and waste your time doing that. You will get them as I upload them. The second I upload them, you will be notified. Right? So make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. And for all of you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason I'm doing that, obviously, is to protect my content from YouTube in the event they try to shut me down one day. All of my premium Alpha Male Secrets content will be protected. And it's real easy to get signed up. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me who can't afford $1. Right? Really easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box and we'll take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now and I will see you in my next coaching video. All right, signing out over here from Vegas. Got the Eiffel Tower behind me. Got the Cosmo where I used to stay. Long story with that. Nothing against the Cosmo. The Aria in the distance there. I think you can see Vidara and the Luxor, Big Pyramid, Mandalay Bay, and there goes Bellagio right across. But it's an excellent view, and I usually leave my curtains open. I wake up to this like this big sunshine just coming through my window, but I love to wake up to this view. It's spectacular, and if you've never been to Vegas, you should come and check it out. It's pretty awesome. So until next time.